Alright, you're here for one thing only, and that would be to assess what the tier list of Green Sariel and Red Sariel are. Yes, today we're going to be doing both of these units today, because the final boss outfit just came out, so we might as well just get them all both out of the way. Fuck it. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that, and hopefully you enjoy my take on where they should be on a tier list, because this is just 100% honesty. They're rated just like every other character, even if they're meta or not. This is not a PvP-orientated tier list. This is a general tier list for the character itself. So, if the character is higher or lower than you expect it because they're fucking cracked in PvP, not my problem. The problem is you. So, yeah, have fun with that one. Today, we're going to be doing, again, Sariel's, both of them, since the Final Cosmetic came out. And, yeah. So, let's go ahead and hop into it right after I tell you to, subscribe to the channel, because, we're making content over here, cuz we're making content. All right. Let's get going, because this could probably be a longer video since we're doing two characters. So let's just kick this off. So, just to say this in hindsight, I'm gonna try to make these videos a little bit shorter and try to explain this a lot quicker, because some of my videos are dragging on a little too long for my taste, and I don't really like that. So we're going to try to cut this short and sweet. We already know what Red Sariel does, but in case you don't, you live under a rock. He has an AoE Sever card, really good, and he has a single target Power Strike card, very powerful, especially at rank 3. And he has an ult that is a triple crit chance Sever ult, really powerful, can pretty much guarantee a one-shot. His Grace, anytime a crit strike occurs on an enemy, you ignore 50% of their crit defense, which is pretty fucking good, honestly. You put that on any crit-based unit and they're doing, like, a lot more damage than they usually do, that's for sure. His passive, however, increased Goddess Allies' basic stats by the value equal to 20% of the hero's stats. Pretty fucking good, actually. In gear, it's kind of annoying, going against a Red Sariel on a Goddess listing, but we'll talk about that later. And then his Holy Relic increases his stats, his base stats, by 8% every time he lands a crit, basically. And it caps out at 5, so 40%. Now, this is a very good relic, but is it enough to save him? I don't know, because I just bought it and I never used him with the relic. Haha. Anyways, we're moving on to Green Sariel, which is, in my opinion, the better one, but that's all debatable. She has a AoE Cleave card. You can't crit, does 75% of your crit damage as additional damage. I can't speak. A very good stance with rank 2 and 3. Rank 1 is just a normal stance that counters. Pretty solid, but at rank 2 it gets damage reduction, and then rank 3 it gets even more damage reduction. So rank 2 stances are pretty fucking good on this character. His ultimate is Quell, same thing as Festival of the Ends. If you have stances, it'll do 50% more damage per each stance. So it really is a okay ultimate. Her Grace, however, decreases all enemies' crit chance by 3% and crit damage by 8% for 2 turns, caps out at 5 whenever Sariel or anyone with this Grace uses a skill, which is pretty nice. So like max passive, they'll have 15% crit chance lower and like 40% crit damage. So it's not bad at all, I guess. It's not very important, but it's fine. And then her Holy Relic is just 10 times better than Red Sariel's, in my opinion. It's fucking crack. When an enemy uses a skill on a hero, grants the effect that increases attack by 20% for 1 turn. When inflicting damage on an enemy using the skill or a counter, it recovers 15% of the damage dealt. That is a really good relic. Like, very strong. Very strong. Fuavo. But in terms of, like, yeah, I would say the Green Sariel is better, in my opinion. It depends on how you play, I guess. But I really do like the Green Sariel just more. She is just very fun. But they're both really good units. I'm not mad at it. So, with that out of the way, though, let's go ahead and slide over to PvP to get this tier list on the way. And we're going to start with Green Sariel for the PvP side of things. Mainly because I already had him in the slide, and I didn't feel like changing the whole team because I'm fucking lazy. And Zeldris is already here. And this is probably the best Green Sariel team you can run. So we're going to head and start with this one. And let's just go play a match or two. Let's go test them out. Now, we got a bond team. It's in the best thing ever. But I guess we can suffice. Let's start with the stance into this. Let's switch the AoE. Not the best damage ever, but it's fine. I need to get Margaret a fucking Holy Relic. Like, actually. I really don't have it. I don't know why I have been neglecting it this entire time, but I just haven't used it, or haven't purchased it. Now, with that being said, if this video gets a decent amount of views, like 50 in like the first few days, I'll buy a Margaret Holy Relic, and I'll even make a video for it. How about that? That'll give me a little bit of incentive to actually do it myself, instead of just stalling for whatever reason. For one, he actually attacked, which is interesting. So now, I only have to attack once, and I have max Goddess passive. So that was interesting. Or not even attack, just use a skill. So let's do... let's attack, actually. Do this, into this. He's debuff immune, so it doesn't really matter for him. So let's get rid of the Bond. I could have merged and got ultimates, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. This should one-shot Bond easy. Beautiful. 200,000. 200,000. This is why Green Sariel is really good on this team. Because once you got counters up and people like this attack, easier stacks on Liz's passive. And you're just practically a god at that point. Still going for that, man. Which is fine. Like, I'm pretty sure this is Green Sariel's best team. But it's okay. I personally would run Red Tarmiel instead of Margaret. Hi, Vader. But I just didn't really want to, since I've been doing that all the time. Let's go for the... Let's merge, and then buff. Just to get ults for them too. And I don't want to attack the Arthur right now. Hopefully I get a stance here. That'd be nice. I do. Beautiful. Well, I know my turn next turn. He's invading though. Oh, that's fine. The evade won't hurt me, since he doesn't evade ultimates. Very unfortunate. This team is very powerful. Is that a recovery disable? Nope, not anymore. He has both his ults. Okay, let's go for the taunt, into the quell, into the resurrection. I don't think I'm killing with Liz, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. Or my Sariel can wipe, because Sariel is just too good. Goddess team is just too good. Who needs a Bond team when you have a Goddess team on the field? Silly humans. Anyways, fuck you. Alright, well, I think that was a good explanation, bro. We already know how he works. You've seen him in thousands of videos. We're just going to cut to using Red Sariel. See how that goes. So here's the team I will be running for Red Sariel. The only problem and difference between Red Sariel teams and Green Sariel teams is that with the Green Sariel, you can run Zeldris, obviously because Green Sariel's Grace gives debuffs. Red Sariel, on the other hand, no debuffs on this entire team. So I really don't know who to run in the back. I was going to run Champion Meliodas, unironically, but his CC is just way too low for me. Without, like, my CC was going to be 193 when I was using Champion Meliodas. So I'm going to just settle for Bond for CC purposes, just so I go first and I don't get shafted in the video. So I'm just going to go it. I don't think no one's going to die here, hopefully, unless I go to another Goddess team, maybe, that's using Green Sariel, maybe. But I'm just going to go for the safe CC route instead of the actual subunit route. So let's just see how this goes, and we'll know when we know. Okay, this match took a little longer to load into. So I think I might get disconnected, or he might get disconnected at some point. Yeah, I'll CC my Margaret, that's fine. I don't think I have cosmetics for her, which just makes sense. This is the problem I wanted to run into. Yeah, see, he did have no CC. Thankfully, see, he had a Merlin. Merlin would slap my Sariel team, I feel. But Green Sariel would be a much better route to go against Infinity Merlin. Like, really, those roles were reversed. So let's just talk about it. If you have a Red Sariel, Bonds are pretty simple, honestly. And with the Green Sariel, Merlins are really simple to go against. But apparently, I just got him flipped. But yeah, his internet was trash. So we're just gonna go find another match. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Who we got this time? Another Merlin. Love that. I don't like another Merlin, man. But okay. She's not... I don't know about this one, Chief. I don't feel too safe about this one. Let's go with the good old-fashioned red slaughter. Let's do this into the... Let's get the Rimuru out of here first, I guess. Now the oh, of course you're using evade food. I'm not surprised. Now the other difference between these two teams is that with Green Sariel, you don't have to worry about getting punished turn 1 because see, they won't attack. But with Red Sariel and then a team like this, you're gonna get punished. And you're gonna get punished hard. I don't have any way to counter this other than Margaret. So if he targets my Margaret, I'm fucked, which is why Margaret's on the team. Because she hard counters Merlin teams. They will never get that to proc as long as I pull a buff every turn. Or, you know, an actual smart player would just target my Margaret and now I'm hurting on the inside. And he rushed ult. How cringe. Can I even do anything about that? And you're 6'6", I can't do anything about that at all. Well, and he has Tarmia Link? Oh, you a piece of... Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. You're still a piece of shit. I don't know how I'm gonna actually kill this man here, but I might as well try. Because I don't think I can. And I'm really just buffing him up, too. Yeah, I'm not killing him. Ain't no way. Ah, that's annoying. Well, I'm dead. That's a 6'6" ult, so... yeah, we're just gonna take this, I guess. I'll see you at the end of the turn if I survive or not. If I don't, you know what happened. Yep, did not go well. Let's go get another match. Okay. Interesting enough. Yeah, like I said, I really lost to that team, I told you. Red Sariel does nothing to help counter that team. Especially with, like, the team that he was using specifically. It cucks Goddess teams pretty hard. So let's try this again. Let's go for the Chandler. He has Holy Relic, too. So let's try to get some damage in that Chandler. Before it's too late. Why is everyone running evade food? Stop hurting me, man. Oh, my God. That is so cringe. Ah! I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay. Alright then, buddy. Alright, buddy. I see how it is. Guess this is what I get for running combo class food, huh? What you about to do? Counter? Sariel? Funny enough, this is my first time actually facing a Chandler with the Holy Relic. So, this might be a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. This will go bad pretty fast if I play this card wrong. I have to worry about darkness, too. So... let's ult rush this. I can't even ult rush Sariel. Alright. See, I can ult rush Margaret, but she's dead next turn, so it really does not matter. That's fucked. Yeah, I literally, like, if I ult rushed her, she already has 2 darkness stacks. He would have just targeted her twice. It didn't wipe her off the map, so there's literally no point in ult rushing. But I'm still dead anyway, because I don't want to challenge that Tarmia. He hits way too hard with that Holy Relic, and he is way too tanky. So, I literally am just scuffed. And apparently he has the RNG of the gods to do it again. Of course he does. When I use a stance unit, I don't get another fucking stance card till 3 turns in. But yeah, I fucking lost. I mean, there's nothing you can do about this team. It's so fucking overpowered. Yeah, buff up. Yeah, AoE and just die. And yeah, sure, I guess. I don't know. Red Sariel, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the best showcase, but it's also, I'm not going against the best teams ever, right? It's not like I can control who I'm going against. But obviously, it's not going too well. So, bro, look at that man's tank ability, bro. That is absurd. I'm losing. Like, there's no shot. And he did like some weird ult rush strats, so now I'm finna have encroached, and then he's going to ult. I'm fucked. His damage is gonna be insane. And I'm encroached? Well, yeah. That's literally death. Wow, Liz survived while encroached. Alright, Liz. Yeah, not anymore. Oh, yeah. Anyways, let's just get out of here before I cry. Red Sariel, so fun. Yeah. Let's go to the drawing board, please. So, yeah, let's talk about it. PvP. obviously, Red Sariel just didn't age as well as fine wine, you know? He just fell off a little bit in terms of damage. Because now, and like when he first came out, and like for a while, he was a good damage dealer. His power strikes were crazy. His damage was insane. He would wipe teams solo before Goddess team was even a thing. But now, he fell off, right? But he is still good. Just not for the same reasons he used to be. He went from being the crazy DPS character with the only power strike card that is just stupid damage to counter Merlin and all this extra good stuff, into a support character. His damage is mediocre at best. It'll do okay damage, but like rank 2s and rank 3s maybe. Rank 3s especially, like it will do okay damage, but you're not doing like Liz's level 1, like actually. Her level 1 hits harder than his. Granted, festival characters, but like, bro. He is a DPS unit that can't DPS anymore. His ultimate, however, doesn't actually follow that line of thinking. It still hits hard as hell. So you can't be mad at his ultimate if you ever pull that off. He will still one-shot. It does not matter. But his cards are just not good anymore. And his only use is a support character for Goddess listing. Like this passive right here, 20% of his stats are going to your allies that are Goddess races. That's all he got. That's all he got going for him. And his passive, or his grace, on other DPS characters. Tredamelli, King, you know, actual good DPS characters. And then his Holy Relic, I mean, that's cool. Increase his base stats by 8% is pretty good, actually. But it doesn't help his damage, not that much. And then, like, especially with the meta teams you're going against now, Demons, Infinity Merlin. The Infinity Merlin is cool. You can probably deal with that. But again, if you're playing a real player, they'll target your Margaret. So then you're actually screwed when she procs her passive. And then Demon teams, you just can't do anything about it. They're mostly blue characters. You're red. It's just not going to happen. So Red Sariel is going to get 2 points, not 3. 3 is meta, 2 is good, 1 is mid. 0 points, you just suck at PvP. And I'll give him 2 because he's not mid. He's not meta anymore, but he's not mid, so I'll give him the 2. And we can talk about Green Sariel while we're at it, you know. And he is obviously meta. Green Sariel has been everywhere in Goddess teams. And his counter is insane. His Holy Relic is insane. His kit is insane. He's just insane. So that's like the easiest meta tier I've ever seen in my life. So now that this is done, let's go slide down the street to Deathmatch. So now we're here. And it's pretty straightforward, really. Nothing too complicated. Can Sariel clear Deathmatch? Yes. He can. He cannot do Belmoth because he has a range card, and his counter doesn't help you. You want to one-turn it, and counters involve enemy turns. So it doesn't really work that way. But he can clear Grey Demon fairly well. He can be the main DPS. This is what the team I use for Grey Demon. Yes, you have 2 Goddess characters, but it really doesn't matter. You can change her out for, like, Helbram if you really want the 2, and your teammate can use the Liz, rank up their Gother, to rank up your Gother, to rank up your Helbram into the counter, and you could just basically do it that way. But other than that, though, yeah, it's pretty easy to clear it with this team, like, actually. It's about, you can still 2-turn it with this team, because the counters last for 2 turns at rank 3, and the counters hit pretty hard. So, yeah, he can get the 3 points for Deathmatch. Fairly easy. And so, let's go talk about Red Sariel. And obviously, now that we're here with Red Demon, or not Red Demon, Crimson Demon, Red Sariel, we already know. He was the Crimson Demon killer ever since he came out. He was not Derriere level, but he was able to get the job done just as fast. He still can do that, like, fairly easy. Especially with the Summer DN comp, using Sariel and Melly, you pretty much just win at life, like, easy. So, he also gets 3 points. And why I'm not mentioning Original Demon? I feel like I feel stupid for even having to explain this, right? Original Demon has a passive that Goddess characters do 100% less damage. The amount of Sariels I see in Original Demon are actually insane. And it's so sad. You're like, oh, well, his Power Strike does pretty decent damage. Like, bro, you could do that damage. You're like, your level 3 Power Strike is cool and all. You can hit for your 100 to 200k maybe. Bro, just use a Reinhardt. Use a Melly. Use a Deanne. they all hit harder than Sariel because they're not goddess characters. So just stop using goddess characters. It's just not gonna work for you. I don't care how you feel about it. It's just not. So, and even still, you can't use Sariel in hell difficulty, so he's not getting the 4 points because that's how that works. So, yeah, 3 points, easy, flat, boom, done. Now we move on to Knighthood boss, I think? Yes, Knighthood boss. And now that we're here, to make this simple, Green Sariel, he is good at Knighthood boss, but he's nothing like crazy to give you meta scoring. So that's just an easy flat 1 point, because like he's good, but he's just, yeah, again, not getting the high scores, even though goddess teams are pretty meta for Knighthood boss. But, you know, they don't involve Green Sariel, which is okay. Now, Red Sariel, on the other hand, meta, easy. That man is almost in every goddess iteration team that is Knighthood boss, because he buffs 20% of your stats, meaning you have 20% more HP, meaning you get more scores. So people would easily choose Red Sariel over Green Sariel when it comes to Knighthood boss, even though Green Sariel is pretty solid. So, yes, it's very easy. Red Sariel's meta. Green Sariel's good. He's just not as good as Red Sariel, which is kind of funny for this content specifically. So, yeah, we did that. Let's go ahead and, you know, go talk about Demonic Beast now. This is going to be interesting. I want to see how many people get mad at me about these takes. Now, coming into Bird, we have Green Sariel up on the plate first. That man is, you know, pretty good. He has a stance, so he can replace Deanne or Matrona, whoever you use as your taunt character. And he does pretty well since he has counters. The only issue I ran into trying to clear floor 2 is the counter stage itself. Since his stance only lasts for 1 turn, you really want to go into that phase using 2, or not 2. You want to have a level 2 stance, so it at least lasts for more than 1 turn. If you have the level 1 one, and you don't have an extra one, you're kind of going to get cucked, especially if you don't have enough DPS to kill the bird in 1 turn or 2. You know, 1 turn if you have Death Hold, 2 turns if you don't, you know. But overall, he is a taunt carry that can carry you through all these floors, especially with his Holy Relic. He basically just heals all the damage he does back, or all the damage that he takes, he just heals. It's really good. The team I recommend for the Green Sariel one is, you know, the traditional team. Magelda with the Holy Relic, of course. Sariel replacing Deanne, Trader Melly, and then Freyr or Escanor, whoever you have 6/6. Like, that team pretty much cleared this no diff, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so Green Sariel will get 5 points for Bird. Now, when we talk about Red Sariel, the thing is, he's not a deep... okay, he is good. I'm not going to, like, sugarcoat this. I don't know why I'm trying to sugarcoat that. That's not my intention. My intention is he's good. You can use Sariel to actually be the main DPS to clear floor 3. Multiple people have done it. A lot of free-to-play players actually use Red Sariel as their main DPS since he has a Power Strike card, and that's the only way to clear floor 1 unless you have a completely maxed out melee or a Ram, apparently. That's the only way to clear floor 1 phase 4. But yeah, back in the day, before Magelda's Holy Relic was a thing, Red Sariel, Margaret, Brunhild, Matrona, that was the team that people ran to clear Bird floor 3. So yeah, Red Sariel also will get 5 points. Now, with Deer, Green Sariel... Okay, here's the thing. God damn it, hold on. Okay. Here's the thing. Green Sariel, yes, he can complete floor 3 of Deer. But there's 2 issues with this. One, the obvious issue, right? He's a green unit. So you're going to have 2 green units on your team, Jormungandr and Sariel, and RNG can really hurt you a lot, especially if you get too many green cards. So you're just kind of having an RNG fuckfest. But it's not impossible. You just have to probably refresh all of these floors 3 times if your RNG sucks. Or, like, you know, probably even more if your RNG really sucks. And on top of that, the other awful, I forgot what I was about to say. That is insane. Wow. The other, I cannot speak. Okay. The other problem with using Green Sariel on Deer is the fact that he has a counter. And, you know, for 2 and 4-3, if you attack on the wrong turns, you're just kind of screwed. You have to go into your pattern. Red attack, blue attack, red attack, green attack, blue attack. So if you do that pattern and you have a counter up, it'll go red, green. Let's say you hit the blue. So now the next attack has to be red. If your counter goes off, or if you have a counter up and you attack, boom, attack disable your whole team for 4-2. Boom, corrosion your entire team for 4-3. You're basically dead. So his counters are completely useless outside of 4-1. It would just literally cuck you. So now you're playing the, I can't use my counter cards only. I can only use my counters on phase 1 and phase 3. Like, that's okay, I guess. But it's still a nuisance. You don't want to have to save, like, these weird innuendo cards. You just want to go in, clear it. You don't want to do none of that. But it doesn't change the fact that he can clear it. But it does, because he's not getting 5 points. I'm just leave it there. He's getting 4 points because he cannot carry you. His AoE does not do enough damage to even match Jormungandr. Actually, it just doesn't. Jormungandr actually out DP Sariel in this situation. And my Sariels are built attack crit. I don't have an HP defense set for them yet, because I just don't care for HP. But yeah, Sariel can't even out DP Jormungandr, so he definitely gets carried throughout the floors, and that's just how it is. So he's gonna get 4 points. And we're going to leave it at that. Now with Red Sariel, it's pretty easy. He has the same syndrome as Bird, really. When Deer first came out, people wanted to use like Scotty because Scotty dropped with Deer. But that wasn't the case. Most people used Sariel as their red character. And he really does work pretty well. Especially with Jormungandr. And now that Jormungandr has a Holy Relic, it's even better. Like, I wouldn't say he's the best red character. Obviously, Freyr is at the moment, until we get someone new that's red, I guess. But Freyr is probably going to be a staple character in Demonic Beast battles across the board due to death ultimates. But regardless, it's not about you. It's about Red Sariel. And before Freyr came out, Red Sariel was kind of the go-to. And he probably still is for some people if y'all don't have a high-duped Freyr. And I don't blame you. Red Sariel actually does pretty good here. And as the red unit, he can DP really good. And he can be your main DPS of all your characters, really. Or he can keep up as a main DPS, I guess I should say. Because nowadays, you just want to run 4 DPS characters and just blitz it. And, yeah. So, Sariel can keep up with that on top of clearing 4-3. So, he gets 5 points instead of the counterpart getting 4. So, he's 1 up in the Deer department. And that sums that up. So, let's go ahead and slide over to Wolf. Now, we can talk about Wolf with Green Sariel. Wait. Oh, no. Are you serious? I already made a video on Green Sariel, didn't I? Because I remember talking about Wolf, and he couldn't be 4-1, then I had to get corrected. Oh, no. I already did a video on Green Sariel. Oh, no. Alright, I guess this is just a Green Sariel updated video then. Oh, that's pain. This is a 30-minute video already. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Well, fuck me. I guess we're doing it again. After tough realization that I already did a Sariel video. 30 minutes into this video. Love that. You already know when I'm going to place him. He can clear 4-1. He cannot clear 4-2. He cannot clear 4-3. He can clear 4-1, so he still gets 1 point for Wolf. Oh. Okay. I'm so pissed. Anyways, I guess we're just going to smooth past that. Red Sariel. He's in the same boat as Green Sariel. He cannot clear 4-2. He cannot clear 4-3. But he can clear 4-1. The way I did it is just saving his AoEs. And just going stupid, really, on the last phase, on top of Melly's AoEs. My team was replacing Liz with Sariel. Because, you know, you want Freyr, you want this entire team. Everyone on this team is mandatory. So I just really took off the healer just to see if it's possible. And it is. I managed to do it. So if you need to be a floor 1, just remove Liz, I guess, and then use Red Sariel. I'm not saying that's a good team. That's not even a good layout. It's just the team I used to beat floor 1 only. Not worried about how much health I'm ending up with or any of that. If you're trying to beat floor 2 and 3, do not use Sariel. You're retarded if you do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you that. But it is what it is. But yeah, he's in the same boat as Green Sariel. 1 point. I'm still debating on if I should even upload this video because I already did Green Sariel, but we're just going to let it slide. We're just going to go. We're going to move into miscellaneous, and we're not going to talk about it. So we're moving into miscellaneous, the category where there's 4 different things that we talk about, and we see if this character excels at any of the 4 topics. We already know where he placed. He had 2 points last time, but let's see if he gets more. I'm thinking about this literally on the fly now. I'm kind of annoyed. So it's going to be through Tower of Trials, Final Boss, farming, and being good in a specific lane. So Tower of Trials, that's 1 point. The new floor even says so. You need a counter unit to even beat that floor, and he works perfectly. The second one, Final Boss, he is still, there's no Final Boss like recently that a counter unit was necessary. And there still isn't one, so I would not say he is solid for that. And being good in a specific lane, no, not really. Anyone can do deathmatch, anyone can do PvP, you know, that type of thing. And anyone can do that, so he doesn't get anything there. And then farming, yes, he is very good at farming because auto, again, does not affect or does not use the stance cards, so he'll only AoE. And if you put him with 2 AoE characters like Echidna, the new Merlin, King, or Shin, you always have 3 AoE cards at all times. So he is good at farming, he's good at tower, and he's good at, that's about it, right? Yeah, farming and tower. So he's still, unironically, getting 2 points, which is kind of hilarious. So we're done with that one. Let's go talk about Red Sariel, the new one. So now we are on Red Sariel, and to make it simple, we already know the standards. So Final Boss, he is pretty good at, I believe. When he was around during Final Boss times, people would use Sariel for some of these Final Bosses. I don't remember which ones exactly, but if I had to guess, I think it was the Merlin one? I don't remember, actually. Like, he's pretty solid for Final Boss. So he can get a point there. Just not for the current one, or the most recent one, Final Boss Sariel, obviously, because you can't do it. So I'll give him a point for Final Boss. Tower of Trials, yes, there's a thing where you need to crit, or you can't crit, or something like that, and he's pretty good for it. Farming, no, not exactly. And being good in a specific lane, no. So he can also get the 2 points for miscellaneous, and we're just going to move into tier list. And yeah, let's go do that. So here's the tier list for now. I'm still very annoyed that this happened, but it's okay. So let's just go ahead and talk about Sariel. Let's just get Green Sariel out of the way, since he's technically updated, I guess. His scoring really didn't change as much, if you really want to go, like, score for score, right? He still has 3 points for PvP, 3 points for Knighthood, or not Knighthood, Deathmatch. His Knighthood points, however, did decrease. He went from 2 points previously, because I thought he was meta, to now he has 1 point for Knighthood Boss, because he's not really meta for it. He still has the 5 for Bird, the 4 for Deer, and the 1 for Wolf. And he also gained? No, he did not. He has the same score for miscellaneous, being 2. So his previous score was 20. So it went like this. His score was 19. I raised it to 20. And now it's back at 19. And so how that went, it was at 19 previously because I said that he couldn't beat Wolf. So then when I did the updated video, I gave him 20 because he could beat Wolf. And that was it. I didn't change the Knighthood score. So he's back at his original spot again, which is 19 points. Which actually puts him at the same scoring as Rem. So he's behind Millum. But now the question is he better than Rem? Yes. In a 1v1 scenario. Actually, I guess it depends on who goes first, right? So this is interchangeable, actually. If Sariel goes first, he pretty much wins. But if Rem goes first, she wins? Damn. It's interchangeable. But for my personal feelings, I'm going to say Sariel's better than Rem. Like, overall. But it's okay. I'll just leave it like this. Now, the newer one. Where does Red Sariel fit on this list of beauty? So, we're going to run through his stuff again. Red Sariel has 2 points in PvP. He's good, just not meta. It's okay. His deathmatch score is 3. He can't do Original Demon, but he can clear Crimson easily, so that's that. His Knighthood boss is a 1. Wait, no, I'm lying. That's the wrong one. His Knighthood scoring is a 2 because he's actually meta in Knighthood boss. People use him for majority of those Goddess team comps for points. He has 5 for Bird. He's used there. He has 5 for Deer. He was used there until Freya came out. And he has a 1 for Wolf. He can clear floor 1, just won't have a lot of health doing it. But if you want to clear only floor 1 for the week, use Sariel, I guess, if you really want to. And then he has 2 points in miscellaneous category, just as Sariel, the other one. And his points, as well as the old one, well, actually, no, it's cap. His points round out to 20. So he has the improved OG Sariel scoring. So I guess my list is telling me that Sariel is actually a better unit than the green one. That's hilarious. Like, I guess in overall content, it really does come down to the Knighthood boss in terms of these two units, because they pretty much perform the same way throughout content, except for PvP and Knighthood, I guess. But he has 20 points, which puts him the same scoring as Millum. Now, which one is better between the two? Millum. Easily. Like for one, she's blue, so Millum is cucking Sariel completely harder. I mean, I guess I can go for that, right? Even if they go first, I guess Ram does slap Sariel in that sense. Since she's red and he's green, she already has advantage regardless. So yeah, Rim does win that 1v1 quite easily. And same with Millum beating Sariel. That's a pretty easy one too. In a 1v1 scenario, Millum will dominate Sariel, I believe. Unless she just dies first, I guess. Sure. Let's go with that. But yeah, this is going to be the video. And it wasn't too scuffed. I'm still pissed that I did Sariel twice, but it's okay. I guess this is just re-putting him back to where he initially was. And I'm just have to go. I'm really annoyed about that, but it's okay. We'll just let it slide this one time. Next video, don't know what it will be. Don't know when it'll be. Actually, I do, because we're uploading every day of Droptober. So don't forget to check out my channel every day. There's going to be a new video up, or maybe 2, if you're lucky. So, with that out of the way, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.